Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn with Dr. Yemi. This is STATA for Data Analysis class, and today we are going deeper into handling data sets. So we are going to be looking at how to identify and extract useful data from secondary data sets, how to clean raw data for analysis, how to code and recode variables, how to label variables and values, and how to merge data sets together. This is a very practical session, so please follow along carefully. So, for data identification and extraction, most of the time, we don't collect data ourselves. We use secondary data such as surveys, government reports, or institutional database. So it's important for you to get that data and extract the useful one if you are not going to be using all the variables you have in that data set. So that is the reason we are making use of secondary data. If you are able to handle secondary data, then there won't be any data you will not be able to handle, because secondary data is always bulky than primary data. So the first thing we'll do now is to start by loading a sample data set. Actually, we are using general household survey data. So let's load our data set. I'm going to minimize this so I'll go into my folder, and I'll pick this sec1 harvest 5. So you should also do that. Your data set is load, and this is the command for it, like we have been doing. So when you open your data set, the next thing to do is you want to identify the variables you need, the variables you want to use for your analysis. And what I normally tell us to do is to describe. Don't forget, it should be in small letter. Describe, and you can see when you describe, see, starting from the beginning. I hope we can see clearly. So this is it. When you describe the data set, you will see the list of all the variables that you have in that file. These are the variables we have in it. No, for data identification, it's important for you to note this. The key idea here is for you to identify only the variables you need for your research question or for the type of analysis you want to do. So now, the first one now, you can see I have zone, state, local government, sector, and the likes. Look at S1, Q2. This is sex. And if I look at S1, Q6, it's talking about the age. How old is the name? So I need that. Note, you can also look up a particular variables that you need. For example, I can say look for maybe like marital status. You can read though, you can read through it. You say look for marital status, kind of. You see, marital status is in S1, Q16. I need this, right? I already know that Q16 is marital status. For me, I'll be keeping it somewhere, like I have my notes with me. I know that I need S1, Q2, S1, Q6, and I need S1, Q16 just for the for example. So let's keep it to that. If you need more than this, you have to come and read through this and select the things that you need from here. So that is data identification, that you want to keep only the variables that you need. So now, how do you do that? You can do it in two ways. It's either you use keep or you drop. Keep means you want to just retain only the variables that you need for your work. So you use keep. If it's drop you want to use, you can say drop means to delete. So out of this 117 variables that I have here, I just want to keep few. So I think it will be better for me to use keep than to pick drop. So I'll say keep. I need zone because I want their social demographical variables. So you see, I'll keep that. Then I need S1, Q2. I need S1, Q6. I need S1, Q16. Yes. So S1, Q16, this is what I need. And all you need to do is to just press enter, you can see that it will retain only those one that you selected. So that is how to keep or how to extract variables that you need for your analysis. Now, the next thing we want to do now is to look at data cleaning. What is cleaning? Cleaning means making data usable for analysis. That is, you want to undo missing value, you want to correct error, and you want to put your work in a standardized format. Let me put it that way. So how do you check for missing value? You can check for missing value by using miss table summarize. Miss table summarize, like we did in class. So when you click it, you can see you have variables. These are the list of the variables you have, and you have observation. It will tell you the ones that has missing values. This one, observation equal missing. This dot that you are seeing here is saying missing. So for S1Q2, which is the sex of the respondent, you have 2,594 that did not supply information. The same thing for S1Q6, that is for age. And for marital status, you have 10,717 that did not supply their marital status. So how do you clean that? You can drop observation when the values is missing. You can drop them, but you need to be careful because it is important for you to actually explore. Try to explore. You can sort this S1Q2, sort, then browse it. You see? So when you browse it, you see that here, this is the one I sorted, right? S1Q2. You can see we have male to be like, I want to go and see the ones that are missing. It will be down. I want to be sure what is happening there. You see, these people now did not supply their gender, they didn't tell us their sex, they didn't tell us their age, and even the marital status. You can see. And it's okay if they did not give us the information. That means you need to drop them. You know, I explained to us that there are 3 things you can do when you have missing value. Is either you ignore, you can replace, or you delete. So in this case now, I think it is okay for me to, because there are many. I don't know if in other file, if I want to join other things with it, what if they did not supply that information too? So for example, how to clean this now? What we are going to be doing is we are going to be deleting. So how do you do that? You are going to write drop if I want to do for this S1Q2, drop if. So I will pick S1Q2 equals missing. Missing is that dot, don't forget. So you see, it has deleted 2,594 observation. So those ones are gone. If you still want to check if they are missing variables, which you know it will be under this marital status, I come here like this. 8,123 is still missing in that place. But if I want to still clean that, I can still drop all those ones that did not supply information about their marital status, if marital status is very important to us. But let me sort it and browse to see what is happening there. Don't forget, this is household data. So you have individuals that are not married. For example, somebody that is maybe like a year old, you don't expect that person to be married. You don't even need to ask them, because you know that how can 1 year old, 6 months old baby, 10 years old to be married? So let's sort it and browse. So it should be at the last. You see, look at their age. Look at their age. Can you see? So this justify the reason. You can see. You can see. So I can also drop this because I know this is individual level, and what I want to do what I really want to do is I want to take this data to household level. Is the household head that I want to deal with. So it is still part of data extraction. Maybe we should do that now. Let's extract only information about household head. This is where their code is. Under this individual, we have the first one to be the household head. Household head is number 1. The code for household head is 1. So let's do that. And see, browse. You see, we have 1. That's from different household. Then you will see another 1. You see. Do you see them? 401, 4 this, 4 that. So we have different individual number. But 1 is for household head in every household. Number 1 is the household head. So I want to keep information for only the household head. So you say keep if individual. This is where their code is. Keep if individual equal 1. You see, others deleted is remaining only individual household head. So look at it. All of them, they are household head. They are household head. That is the information provided by the respondent. Say, oh, I'm the household head, and that is why you're having this. So that is how to extract data. That is how to extract data. For example, if you want to extract maybe from this sex now, you only want to keep maybe like male. What you will write is you will say keep if you will pick this one that about this sex now. You will pick it and say equals, but you have to be sure of what the one that you want to keep is, the code for it. Look at this sex. Male is 1 and female is 2. You can see it by the side. So if you want to keep male, you will say if this variable, this is the variable name, equals that code that you want to keep. So that is how to go about it. Let's continue working with household head information. So that is one way to do data extraction. So you keep or you drop, but we are using keep to retain the information we need. So now let's go into data cleaning. What is data cleaning? Cleaning means making data usable for analysis. That entails handling missing values, correcting errors, and standardized formats is part of data cleaning. So let's check for missing values here. Let's check for missing value. You will write miss table. Note, miss is double S, table, summarize. Then click enter. You can see here, this is telling us that out of how many variables, out of 10, we have 3 to be having missing values. From S1Q2, 82 is missing. S1Q6, 82 is also missing. For S1Q16, which is marital status, 97 is missing. And you have the unique value to be 2. Unique, you have 84 unique values and you have 7 unique value for marital status. Now, and that is, this unique value is telling you that for sex, you have 1 and just 2. That is male and female. For this S1Q6, which is age, you have 84 unique value. That is people giving different number. You have 84. So for marital status, you have 7. Let me tab marital status so you see what you have there. Tab, right tab, this. And you will understand why it is 7. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is what that is. So let's continue. For this S1Q2 is telling you that the minimum you have there is 1, while maximum is 2. So male is 1 because I've checked it before, while female is 2. Then for S1Q6, which is the age, you can see the way, because I've not renamed this, you can see the way I'm calling S1Q2. But if I have renamed this, I will not need to start cracking my brain. That is essence of renaming, and we are getting there soon. So you have minimum to be 20 while maximum is 108. So I've explained the marital status, minimum and maximum. So that is how to check for missing value. So now what you will do now is, let's for this one now, S1Q2 that is having missing value, 82 missing value. The same thing for age. They didn't provide their age and they didn't talk about their gender. So you will drop, you will say drop if, select this particular one, equal missing. Don't forget that dot is missing. Then 82 observation is deleted. I can also check for this one now. Like we have 97 to be missing for marital status. I can still do it again to see. So 15 more is missing. Now let me go and confirm why. So I will sort that. S1Q16, I will sort it because I want to know why it is missing, if it makes sense or I need to drop them. Okay, so this is it. Now look at it. It is missing. They did not provide information about their marital status. So now how do you know? How will you know their marital status? And way to handle missing value is you can ignore if it's not much, you can delete if important information is missing, or you replace. So now how do I replace this? How do I replace this one that is missing? So I may decide to like drop them since they did not provide information that I need. So I'm going to drop them so they will not give me porous results, or they will not influence my results. But marital status is not this value now is minimal. So let me if I want to have the same person, let me just drop. For the sake of this class, I'm going to drop the one that I have been missing. Drop if marital status equal dot. So 15 observation deleted. So the next thing is, don't forget, if you want to replace, all you need to do is just say replace marital status equals, you say replace marital status equal to this. Maybe like you want to put all of them as single since they did not provide their this, but don't do that. Just drop. So another thing you can do is, you can always sort the data. You can list the first 10 to look at. Okay, list in 1 to 10. You want to look at in 1 to 10. So this is the information for the first 10 observation, their zone, their local government, you see. So this is information about each of them. Do you see? So you can list too to look at and say, okay, this one now is clean. So we have done data cleaning. That is how to clean your data. So let's look at coding and recoding. Coding and recoding. Most of the time we need to create new variables or change the code of the existing ones, and we'll be looking at that. For example, let's generate or create age group variable. We have this age to be in numbers, like we have it to be in number. So you will now go into, I think we should rename. Let's rename so that we'll not be looking for this thing. If you want to rename, now let's rename these variables that we are having, S1Q2, S1Q6, S1Q16. Let's rename them so we'll not be looking for their name. So how to rename? You write rename. So pick the old name, and what is the new name you want to use? Sex. And press enter. It has changed, right? We also do rename S1Q6, and what is the new name? You want to call it age. Good. You say do the third one, rename S1Q16. Okay, this will give me error because see what I type. I said rename S1Q16 and I did not tell the new name that I want to use. So it's marital status. Marital status. Note, I did not put space. Instead, I use underscore. So that is marital status. Okay, so now let's move to coding and recoding. So most of the time we need to create new variables or change the codes of existing ones. For example, we have our age to be numerical. Look at it, is in numbers. See them, 33, this one, that one, and to the last one, 108. The minimum is 20, right? From what we described, the minimum is 20. So I can decide to say, I want to categorize this age group into, let me say, 3. So we have age group 1, 2, and 3. So for example, now we'll use this one. The first thing you do, you say generate. Don't forget you can use gen, but write it in full. If you remember, you say generate. I want to call it age. Generate age group. Generate age group equal missing. Generate age group equal missing. So I will enter. You see it has generated age group with 3,885 missing values. This is the age group here. You can see it here. Can you see? This is the age group. So you come back to this place now. I want to start replacing. So I will say replace this age group here. This is where I want it to be, equals to 1. That is the code that I want to give it. If from this age now, this age, if age is less than, let me say 25. If it's less than 25, yes, I will categorize them as age group 1. So click enter. Only 6 change made. Okay, so I can also look at it and say replace now. Age group, pick it. Equals to 2. You have to define the how you want to group it. Are you saying that you want to do 20 less than 25, then 25 to maybe like less than 40, then anything 40 above? You can do that. But let's not forget, there's no one way to do this. You have minimum to be 20 and the maximum to be 108. What if I generate it to be like, okay, let me do like maybe like anything that is less than 30, then I will say 30 to like, what if I say 30 to 50, then I will say anything that is greater than 50. So we can do that. So I can come here and do it again, say replace age group equals to 1. If age is less than 30, you see it has replaced this age group now. Is there 63? Don't forget, even the first one, 20, anything less than 30 is still less than 30. I just want the value not to be too small because this less than 25 is just 6. So then I will now go again and say replace age group equals to 2. That's age group 2. Will now be if age, pick this age, if it's greater than 30, because I want to put it in range, greater than or equals to 30. This is how you write it. Greater than or equals to 30 and age, pick that age again, is less than 50. Let me put space so you can see it clearly. So can you see I'm saying replace age group equals to 2. I want it to be group 2. If age, if it's greater than or equals to, if it's greater than or equals to 30 and age is less than 50. So I'm putting it in range. So that is 30 to 50. Then you click enter. It has done it. 1589 rechange made. We'll go back and look at it. Now, the last one I will say replace age group equals to 3. If age is greater than or equals to 50. Yes, if it's greater than or equals to 50, so that you will not leave 50 standing on its own. Are we clear? So I will press enter. Now let's go and check it. It's important for you to know that you are not leaving anything. Make sure you are not leaving anything out. Can you see? If we really want to see this thing in action, let's sort it by this age. Let's sort by age. Okay, I'll do sort age. Enter. Then go back to browsing to browse it. You can see. So anything from 20. Do you see? From 20. 11111, because that is the minimum. So you can see group 2, group 3. So all is done, perfectly done. Do you see it? So perfectly done. So your data is getting in shape. That is you coding, you are generating. Now recoding can also be done with the recode command. You can use command, or you create another variable. That's still part of it. You are putting it in another shape. So let's move to labeling variables and values. Labeling variables and values. So from what we did in class, you see this age now. This age is not having let me describe age so you understand what I'm saying. Describe. Describe age group. Do you see it? It's telling us the variable name. No value label and no variable label. So we are going to do that now. We'll use this as example. We'll do labeling variables and value. So this is how to do it. You want to label this variable now, this age group. You will write label variable. So you are telling STATA this variable, which variable? Age group. Then you use quotation mark. I picked it twice, so I have to remove it. Okay, so you use this quotation mark. Now what is the name you want to give it? I will say household head age group. Household head age group. Then you have to close the use the close end quotation mark. You see that the variable value now, the variable label now has changed to red. That is for you to know that it's correct. Then press enter. Let me now describe this thing. You can see this is the old one here. Can you see this one I selected? You can see that there's no value label and there's no variable label. Now let me describe it again. Age group. Enter. You can see now that there is variable label there. So anybody that sees, they will say, oh, age group, this is household age group. Are we good? But this value label is still missing. So let's do that now. So this is how to do value label. You type label, define, that age group, this age group that we picked before. The one is what? You write one. The one, we have 3 categories. You write one, and one is what? Put it in quotation, is age group less than 30. So I'm going to put it in quote, say less than 30, and you will close it back. That is it. Then I'll put space. 2 is what? 2. You put it in quotes. 2 is 30 to 50. 30 to 50. 30 to 50. Then put the close quotation mark. Then 3 is what? Put it in quotation, is greater than or equal to, greater than or equals to 50. Then close the quotation mark. Then press enter. So it is done. So I'm going to say label value age group. That's how I want it to show. Age group to be age group. The values is age group to be age group. So that's how I want it. Now let's describe it. I hope you are getting it. So you can see that everything is well labeled. Age group is float, and is, you can see this is the display format. We are not doing that now. Labeling is showing age group, and the variable label is household head age group. Now let's browse this data itself. Let's go and look at how that thing is there. Can you see the age group well defined? So you know that from here, this age group 30 is under age group 1, but is really showing what it's about. Do you see? And STATA can run it.